But here we go. Who would have thought, guys, that Sony are good at single player games? Why don't you pick with your strengths? Stay with your strengths. So this literally just came out today, this article. Sony promises it's going to launch major PS5 single player games every year moving forwards. Like, they wanted to change it, didn't they? They wanted to... Anyway, but Sony shocked PS5 fans earlier this year when it said there'll be no major first-party games in 2024. The quote was a little misinterpreted, as it still released Game of the Year candidate Astro Bot, which is an amazing freaking game. Isn't that the studio, Team Asobi? Weren't they part of the Japanese studio that they closed down and then they formed Team Asobi? I don't know why they shut down any of their Japanese studios. Either way, that won't be the case moving forward. Speaking with investors as part of the platform holders' latest financial report, boss Hiroki Totoki promised it will have major single-player titles every year from next fiscal year onwards. The company's next fiscal year gets underway from 1st of April 2025. Concord now is a single-player shoot. Yeah. And you know what? It's just crazy. Listen, they tried it. They had these corporate greed, and they said they wanted to... Well, you could see that they were focused on live service games, and it's a shame when companies do that. It's like... I know this is such a smaller scale. So imagine a YouTube channel. Imagine this channel was on 5 million, even now, 5 million subscribers. And then I totally different content. Nothing to do with what the audience has brought up and what they like. They'll probably want to unsubscribe. And they'll probably think like, what are you doing? We loved what you did. It's a bit like Review Tech USA. Listen, I don't get involved in drama, but I used to love his channel. If you don't know Review Tech USA, there's a lot of drama with that. But anyway, it's a shame where he's gone. He's actually deleted. I think if he hasn't deactivated it, he's deleted his channel. But my point is, I loved his channel when he used to review tech in the USA. And I used to love his videos, and then it just changed, and then it just went all downhill. Now, it's sorry to hear that, because you never want anyone to kind of... anyway, but that's just a small scale. So it's so weird how Sony have like now focused on, you know what, we need to keep to our single player driven games. And I just don't understand how I miss the days where you would get a single player game. Can I reach what's the game that I want? I need to reach for a game that I want. I really enjoyed. I don't think I will be able to. Oh wait, no, here it is. Wait a second. Now I know this is predominantly, and I know this is not like a PlayStation game. Space Marine. Why isn't it? I need to turn on autofocus. Space Marine 2. I feel like this game. I've done the campaign, and then there's a lot of multiplayer access and co-op aspect to this game, and I miss the days. Where there were single player games and then it came with a multiplayer aspect of the game. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyone? So, do you get what I'm saying? So, I miss the days. I don't like it when a game comes out and it's like, oh, this is just multiplayer. I miss the days where there was just a campaign and then there was a multiplayer aspect of it. So, Sony shot PS... Oh, yeah. So, we already spoke about that. But speaking with investors of the platform's holders, it will have major single... Yeah, well, I already just said that, didn't I? Sorry, this is where we're at. Obviously, we already know Ghost of Yotai is slated for next year, and as we understand it, the Japanese giant is still publishing Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Which, if I'm correct, didn't Kojima buy back the rights of Death Stranding? But meanwhile, there are other first-party teams like Santa Monica Studio, Guerrilla Games, Bluepoint, House Marquee, and Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog seriously have not released a PS5 game yet. They have not released a PS5 game. So there's a lot to look forward to on the PS5 front, and the second half of the generation is usually where Sony starts gathering momentum. It's a shame that they do that, but it is what it is, guys, isn't it? It is what it is. Even if it looks to diversify? Well, I guess scared when it says that. It's a lineup with live service multiplayer games. It appears there's still plenty of single player content on the way. Yeah, like we need some good games this year. So like, I'll be honest, guys. I'm not very excited for Ghost of Yotai. I'm not very excited just because it's just dampened everything. I'm very worried about that game. I'm not as excited if it was Jin Sakai. Now, a lot of you may disagree, and that's fine. A lot of you may agree or not. We've got Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, I need to get used to that. That's just me. I'm a bit dubious of Ghost of Yotai, but yeah, we do have Ghost of Yotai next year. We've got Metal Gear Solid. Obviously, we got. Well, I want to see about Santa Monica, Wolverine. Now, a key. Wolverine would be great this freaking year. Like, I don't understand why we wouldn't. Do you know what I'm saying? I surely, please just come next year. Just get it out there. But this is only a good thing, guys. This is only a good thing. And let's just hope that I want to see the big... What I would like to see, which I don't know if it's too late for this generation, although Naughty Dog are working on that new IP. I want to see the PS6 launch with totally new IP games. Like, totally new. I don't want this to come into this generation with, like, The Last of Us remasters and all of that, even though they've milked that so much. You know, God of War Ragnarok was obviously a cross-gen game. Spider-Man 2. Like, I want to just see I'll see what they've got. Bring out some new IPs. You know, continue stuff like Wolverine, if that comes out, which it should do. It should do. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously you got Ghost of Yotai, again, another sequel to an IP. Bloodborne remaster for the PS6. It's just, yeah, maybe they're going to release it on the PS6. Maybe you're right, Anna. And we do need new IPs. I want new IPs. No remakes. I feel like that PS6, they must know GTA 6. Apart from that franchise, we only get that every 10 years. You're right, Grim Reaper. I just feel like we freaking need new IPs for the PS6, and I just feel like the PS5 is just it's a weird spot, to be honest. Yeah, a key, and what's good is that they're working on a new sci-fi sort of single-player open world sort of style game, which no matter what they put out in terms of quality of the combat, the exploration, there's no doubt I think it's going to amaze us. So I am really much looking forward to that. Now I'm just going to find that, well, we're going to move over because that's with, at least Sony's in the right direction. I always have that thing in my head where I'm like, you know what, maybe they're going in the right direction, you know?